We have been covering these three important sections, Nakshatra Suktam, then we have seen the Navagraha Suktam, and then Samraja Pattabhishekam. And these three form one unit so that the Nakshatras and Nakshatradhipatis and also the Navagrahas and the chief of all of them is Surya Bhagavan. All are crowned, and so we have made them Pattabhishekam. After having done Pattabhishekam, we'll do that when we come back with a Homam also, so that it will be a big unit. Now after that Vishnu Suktam we just start today, because Vishnu is Yajna. So Yajno vai Vishnu. Of all the names that are given to Vishnu, the ultimate is Yajna. And he has got that Yajna Chakra, that Ratha Chakra as the Ayudha. Chakra Ayudhaya Namaha. Chakra. So anything connected to Yajna, which is taken as a chariot for us all to go to spiritual land or to Vaikuntham. Vaikuntha is a place where there is no Kuntha. All our places are Kuntha. Only Shiva, Vishnu's place is called Vaikuntha, because it has got all luxurious apartments and all that. But Kailasa is bald, only mountain. Nobody can build a house. So Kailasa of Shiva is Kevalatvam. Kevalo Bhavati, Kevalo Bhavati. That Kaivalya, what you call, to be independent, and you become Atma and you know Atma. That's why the target upon the earth that we are all given is to know your Atma. Ya Atmani Nirate, Ya Upanishatsu Dharma, Te Mayi Santo. So our journey is to cultivate culture and improve the Atma, and therefore Krishna said also in Gita, Uddhared Atmana Atmanam. Atma is the tool, Atma is the goal, Atma is the merit. So like that, that is Sita. And our body is just a rented building. We have only borrowed our body, so that through this body we can make everything possible and see that we are elevated and our purpose of life is fruitful and fulfilling. So that's why we have to have that Vishnu is the important God, because Sarvadeva Namaskaraha Keshavam Prati Gacchati. Ke means water. Shava is the staying in the water. So Keshavam Prati Gacchati means we're all out from the water, we live with water, and we merge into water. That you can see, because the moment the body leaves the body, prana leaves the body, that prana is captured into a stone. And 10 days they make worship for the stone, and on the 11th day or 10th day after Dharmodakas, they mix it in the water. That means they can put it to the water. That's why water is our source, and all that water, upon the water is Vishnu as Keshava. He is floating upon the water, and he has got that Adisesha, as we see pictures painted. Adisesha is there, and Brahma out of the Nabhi Kamala, and these are the two people. Later on Sampad Lakshmi will come, so the creation begins. Therefore, but it was a great task for Vishnu to establish the people, to protect the people, and create the worlds, not only one world, because there are innumerable species. Deva, Gandharva, Yaksha, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Sarpa, Swapada, Siddha, Manava, Vanu, Jantu, so many, 86 lakhs or so and more are all Jas only. But Aja is the only Paramatma. Ajo Ekapad. And also you see, and in Vishnu Suktam, in Purush Suktam, you learn that he is there, remaining as a causer, but when once he caused people to come into the world, he has to sustain all of them. That's why Ajayamano Bahudha Vijayate. Ajayamana. Vishnu is never born. but he will cause to be born himself, Swayambhu. And Vijayamano Bahudha Vijayate. Vijayate is the work of that. Vijanatva, or taking births in different manifestations, in different forms, is all attributed to the Vishnu. Bhavate Vishnu Swarupaya Tubhyam Dasyami. That in Vamanavatara, Vishnu was a beggar. He became and asked land, Bhu Chakram, from that Balachakravarti, and without consulting his guru, he said, yes, I will give it to him. Then Guru was bothered. If he gives away land, where is the land for him to stay? He has to go to Patal Loka only. So he will be deprived of the stay upon the earth. But Balachakravarti was known for Bal Dana Buddhi, and therefore disobeying his Guru's words, Sukracharya, who said no. But he never admitted the Guru Vakya, and so he made Dhanam, and so he lost the earth and he had to go down to the Patala Loka, and etc. So Vishnu, as a Vamana, as a Brahmin, had extended his hand down, and Balachakravarti, the donor, the Dana maker, so his hand was above, and there is nothing more to be required for a birth upon the world. Therefore, he says the Siripati or Lakshmipati's hand is down and my hand is up to donate, and so I do not listen to you. That's what the Potana and all this Bhagavatam, we get the idea. So to say, and moreover, we have got so many stotras on Vishnu. In Rigveda itself, there are many stotras extending to 7, 5, 3, and 60 and all that. So Vishnu is an important God. That's why in one of the suktas you have learned that Antimo Devaha Vishnu. So the Antima Deva, the final God, is Vishnu. So Sarvadeva Namaskaraha Keshavam Pratigacchati. So Keshava is the first name, and ultimate Keshava Krishna. So Keshava and Krishna, these are the two first and last names of the 24 names of Vishnu. So Krishna is the Manava Madhava Avatara. So he could become man, he could become God, and see that whatever has got to be done, he could finish off all of that. In that spree, Krishna Avatara, even Ghatotkacha and Abhimanyu, they are the sons of very close devotees. Bhima's son was Ghatotkacha and Arjuna's son was Abhimanyu. But for a ruler, for a dharma establisher, all these sentiments must not bother. That's exactly what in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna taught Arjuna that sentiments don't have, because there is no love in war, is it not? If you have love and karuna in the war, you cannot be a soldier. You cannot be a warrior. You cannot. That's why love, no allow. You have only dharma. What rules you at that instant? Dharma. So, and dharma has to be protected only by the Kshatriyas. And therefore, Krishna, because Krishna means Karshakaha. Karshaka is a farmer who cultivates land, who sustains all. So Krishnatvam means Akarshanatvam. So ultimately the Kesava became Akarshana Shakti and made all people who are bad removed from the land. Vibhara was reduced, and then all that. So in this Vishnu Suktam, which happens to be in the first mandala of the Rigveda, 154th Sukta are that, you have got Vishnu Suktam, and in first one I am just talking about Vishnu Sukta of 238th page, where we have got only around 12 mantras with which we start our Vishnu journey. We try to understand Vishnu from the beginning, because in this Sukta we have got a good introduction given to him, given to us. And best introduction has already been given to us by Bhishmacharya in summary about the eminence and power and functions and influence and commitments of that Lord Vishnu. So Vishwam Vishnu Ashatkaraha Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bhuta Krut Bhuta Vruddhavo Bhuta Atma Bhuta Bhavanaha. So Bhuta, so he has got Bhuta, Bhuta, Bhuta. Bhuta is prani, existence. And Vishwam envelops the entire regions. You know, there is not only one horizon. There are many, many, many horizons are there. That's what all scientists also talk. What sky we see is only one sky, but there are so many layers and regions, and therefore, loka samasta sukhino bhavanti. We say, let all lokas be sukha, means devaloka, gandharvaloka, yakshaloka, kinnaraloka, kimpurusaloka, agniloka, vayuloka, suryaloka, oh God. So there are so, but all these lokas have been ruled by a single God. Ekam sat vipraha bahudovad bahudavadanti. So sat is only one existence. And for convenience sake, people keep on attributing names and names and names and names. But whatever name you give, ultimately it emerges into that something like Nadinam Sagarogatihi. However many nadis are there, rivers are there in the world, all nadis go and merge into ocean. When they go into ocean, it becomes a Mahasamudra, and you cannot identify the name of the river when you take the water up, because all names of the rivers merge into ocean. That's why Antas Samudre, in Narayana Sutram, you come across the idea that where is the God found? Antas Samudre. In the Samudra, he is there. That is Narayana is a Vishnu is a Samudram. And Vashatkaraha, that is what important for us. Vashatkaraha is a Namaskara Yogya. Because those people who have got power in their hand, they should be accessible for people. If not, their power and their integrity, all that is useless. So all these political people and all God, they should be available. Whenever you go to them to meet or appeal to them, they should be ready to answer your call, your question, your needs. Then only he is called as a God. If they pose themselves, showing their ahankara, they are not really better. They are not punyavans. A punyavan is he who is able to come down to all levels and see that all people are happy. That's why he's called a Vashatkaraha. And he's a Prabhu. Prabhu means his order is final. There is no revision of his decisions. Therefore, Bhuta Krut, Bhuta Brut, Prabhu. Bhuta Krut means he's a maker of the people, creator, and not only creates people, he also sustains all of them. So all these kinds of functions are there. And why at all this world comes into why at all we are all born is a wonderful quest which Acharya Sankara tells us you should keep doing that. That's why Kastvam, Koham, Kutayataha, who are you and why have you come, what I've got to do. These are all Atma, this is all comes under the Atma investigation, trying to know our own self. Therefore, this quest is there in our that. So we talk about the Vishnu Suktas, we do come across all that. So now, because I will be explaining more and more when you go to the text, because when we have an example, it is easy to understand the theory. We can't see if I start grammar class of Sanskrit, all people will go away, only one or two students will be there. If I just start the text class, then through text I can explain the grammar, they will take it up. That's how we shall try to go with the text. That's the best method of teaching any text, because I was doing that for some Sundarakanda of Ramayana. I have been doing that. So when we talk about Sundarakanda, because Valmiki Maharshi's style is so simple, most ordinary beginner of Sanskrit language can be comfortable. At the same time, advanced research student also will be comfortable. Therefore, Valmiki Ramayanam is the best text for suiting to all kinds of people. Like that, some of the suktas are there. Rigveda doesn't satisfy like that, but Yajurveda you can understand directly from the verbal meaning and all that. Now let us recite. Om Vishnornukam Viryani.
Om Vishnornukam Viryani.
2 times.
Om Vishnornukam Viryani.
Pravocham Yapparthivani Dvimame.
Pravocham Yapparthivani Vimame. Pravocham Yapparthivani Vimame.
Rajagumsi.
Rajagumsi. Rajagumsi.
Yo Askabhayaduttaragum.
Yo Askabhayaduttaragum. Yo Askabhayaduttaragum.
Sadhastham Vichakramana.
Sadhastam Vichakramana. Sadhastam Vichakramana.
Tredhorugayo.
Tredhorugayo. Tredhorugayo.
Vishno Raratamasi Vishno.
Vishno Raratamasi Vishno. Vishno Raratamasi Vishno.
Prushtamasi Vishno Sraptrestho.
Prishtamasi Vishno Snapreestho. Prishtamasi Vishno Snapreestho.
Vishno Syurasi Vishno.
Vishno Syurasi Vishno. Vishno Syurasi Vishno.
Dhruvamasi Vaishnavamasi.
Dhruvamasi Vaishnavamasi. Dhruvamasi Vaishnavamasi.
Vishnavetva.
Vishnavetva. Vishnavetva.
Tadasya Priyam.
Tadasya Priyam. Tadasya Priyam.
Abhipatho Asyam.
Abhipatho Ashyam. Abhipatho Ashyam.
Naro Yatra.
Naro Yatra. Naro Yatra.
Devayavo Madanti.
Devayavo Madanti. Devayavo Madanti.
Urukramasya.
Urukramasya. Urukramasya.
Sahi Bandhuritha.
Sahi Bandhuritha. Sahi Bandhuritha.
Vishno Pade Parame.
Vishno Pade Parame. Vishno Pade Parame.
Madhva Utsaha.
Madhva Utsaha. Madhva Utsaha.
Pratad Vishnustu Atavate.
Pratad Vishnustavate. Pratad Vishnustavate.
Viryaya.
Viryaya. Viryaya.
Mrugona Bhimah Kucharo.
Mrugona Bhimah Kucharo. Mrugona Bhimah Kucharo.
Girishta.
Girishtaha. Girishtaha.
Yasyorushu Trishu.
Yasyorushu Trishu. Yasyorushu Trishu.
Vikramaneshu.
Vikramaneshu. विक्रमणेषु
अधिक्षयन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा
अधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा अधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा.
Such a beautiful, as you are reciting them, the vibrations are very much powerful, because Vishnu is the only solution maker. At the same time, because of our karma and many other factors, we are having ups and downs in our journey of life. But we must want all the journey to be smooth, ultimately reaching the expectations that we have, or we have promised, or we are destined. For that, Vishnu Anugraha is very important. See, this is written by, this is from the first mandala of the Rig Veda. The seer to whom this mantra, this sukta has been revealed is called Dirghatamas. Dirghatamas is a born blind seer. So though he is not able to see the world outside, but he has seen the world inside. The inner eye, that's what Charma Chakshu may not be there, but his Antas Chakshu, the inner eye is highly filled full with wisdom. Therefore, Dirghatama, the same is the seer who has got number of other suktas also. Probably the Nasadiya Sukta, talking about the creation, also belongs to the Dirghatamas. And like that, we have seen something about this. And moreover, those people who wanted some kind of benefit or reward or relief, if they were to stand inside the river waters, knee deep or so, knee deep, and recite the sukta for about 11 times, they will be better, they will get immediate relief. That is the application of this Vishnu Suktam. Because there are a number of applications and all that, and this is one of the applications, as I could see, that stand in the water and then recite the sukta, it will have more power, because water is Vishnu, and so you are in the Vishnu Dhama when you are inside in the river or in the waters and reciting it. Now let's try to understand in this, but actually the first mantra here is Yajurveda, the prose-like, and this mantra is found in the Yajurveda more, because in Yajurveda the sacrificial implements are there, or sacrificial Yajna Sambharaha, we call them. Yajna Sambharaha means the accessories which are employed while sacrifice. Srukka, Sruva, Dravyas and Patras and Vedi and all that comes under the heading. So one of the Sravyas, I forgot that, and it is Yajurveda told, but Uvata and Mahidhara, they just point out which is the accessory that has been addressed, invoking the presence of Vishnu in them, and also completely bestowing the entirety of Vishnu in that particular accessory. I think I have to refer, I don't have the text here. And anyway, I'll try to find out. Mahidhara and Uvata, they have given this the application of this in the Yajurveda. But in the most probably this is there in the Soma sacrifice text, where the Yajna Sambhara has been taken up. Now you see declaration. Prabhocham, I am going to declare or describe. What are you going to describe? Vishnoho Viryani Prabhocham. Now I am going to introduce you the exploits, the explorations of Vishnu. Who is Vishnu and what is Vishnu? What has he done that makes us turn our attention towards him? So our ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಹತ್ವ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? That mahatva we have got to count on. One, yaha parthiva nimima me rajagumsi. One. So first one is that he tried to mimame means measure. He has and pervaded the entire Parthivas, the entire world, and tried to build in with 3 steps. That is, he is one who created the Rajagumsi. Rajas means the both earth and heavens. So the world above and the world above the earth and earth itself. That's what is called Rajas. Dhyava Prithvi, it is otherwise called. Rajagumsi means the Dhyava Prithvi, the earth and heaven, they have been made covered up. See, it is difficult. It's something like high jump or pole vault. See, our pole vault is small, but our Vishnu is a big pole vault champion, and nobody can beat his record. I hope you understood the pole vault. So, with the help of a stick, they try to jump over heights, and that bamboo stick will be also eligible. I don't know these days whether pole vault is practiced, and in our young days, in school days and college days, our Lakshman Murali is not able to know that there used to be a pole vault competition. So jumping at the heights, and whoever jumps highest, they will be rewarded. So our Vishnu is a big champion of the pole vault. And Anjaneya is also next one who has the anugraha that he has got that high jump and long jump, and he is a champion, nobody can do it. So that why that means Bhima means scaling. You have to scale, measure. So for example, in the earlier days, I don't know now, the engineering students used to carry in the first year the chains and to measure the land. So they used to carry the chains and to measure the land. How much distance is the land and streets and all that. So these days, no engineering student goes out with chains and T-square. Things are all changed, the syllabus and all that. So I have seen those days. So Bhima me means measure. You know, this Vimana, you call it because Viyati Minoti iti Vimanaha. Vimanaha means aircraft. You say it is Vimana because it measures distances in the sky. And therefore, the measurement in the sky are differently called as aeronautical miles. And engineering there is called aeronautical engineering. So that aerodynamics or something like that, that aero you call it. So our Vishnu is a aerodynamics champion. So Bhima me, where Rajagumsi, not only he has established all of them, but also what he has done is Askabhaya Uttaragum Sadhastam. Whatever lokas he has created, he made them fixed. They don't fall upon us. See, above us, there are hundreds of lokas. Heaven does not fall upon us. So when we are upon, that's why in English proverb has come, hey, heavens don't fall on you, go ahead. That means a greater confidence that you will be safe. Like that, Yaha Parthivani Mimame Rajagumse Askabhaya Uttaram Sadhastham Vichakramanaha Tredha. So he is just Vichakramana means he is just trying to Chakravattu Arthitavyam. Chakra is this wheel. And you know the wheel has not got any beginning or ending. All points in a circular wheel, same. So in a wheelchair or in a wheel like arranged a round table, they call it. In round table, wherever you sit doesn't matter. So like that, that way Chakramanaha, Viseshena Chakramanaha. See, Chakra is the circle. Chakramana is go in circular. So Chakramanaha, and then he is the circle. And you know circle is complete. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamaduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. We have learned that. That is zero. Circle is perfect. Perfect round. So it is called Chakramanaha, means completely circular. And Tredha in 3 divisions. And who is this Vishnu? Urugayaha. Uru means large, big, and huge. All that comes under the word Uru. So Urugayaha. Urugaya means he has got that kind of 3 strides. Padagal. ಸೊ ಮೂರು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ ಮೂರು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಗೂ you can see the difference. So in 3 strides he was able to envelop the whole universe. Therefore he gets the name as Urugayaha. Urugaya means he was able to cover in 3 strides. And again Urugayo. And now what happens is, that means any and everything is Vishnu in the world. There is nothing in the world which is not Vishnu, which is not belonging to Vishnu. That's why Vishnu. We always many times say that to confirm that any and everything is Vishnumayam. Vishnumayam Jagato. Vishnenakramitam Jagato. So that's why it is said. And what is that content that has made of Vishnu occupied upon the earth? And you analyze madidre, now there are the important parts of the body of Vishnu for our understanding has been mentioned here. One is Vishnu Raratamasi, Vishnu Prishtamasi, Vishnu Saptraha, Vishnu Syurasi, Vishnu Dhruvamasi, Vaishnavamasi. And ultimately it is being completely applied or surrendered or given up for the article saying that Tva Vishnave, I am just you are everything belonging to Vishnu, and ultimately I submit this to Vishnu. So when you submit it to Vishnu, Vishnu takes it. Something like, in computer you always get to submit. When once you submit, you can't trace back, done. You can't put any more revisions for that. Like that, Vishnavetva, I have you completely dedicated to Vishnu, Bhagavan. And here, let us know that Rarata is the forehead. And that is the white paper for Brahmadeva to write anything about us. So it's called Vishnu Raratamasi. You are the forehead or lalata, Rarata, lalata. Ra la yor abhedaha. That's what we are told, that there is no difference between Rakara and Lakara. So here it is Vishnu Raratamasi. Prishtham means back. Prishtham means the seat. Prishtham means the position where you can be comfortably seated. That's why you are the back of the Vishnu, because we are on the back of all people. Backup means support. Nobody can be independent. That we should know. That's what it is said. Nakopi, I have been telling you, Nakopi Atmanaha Skandham Avarohati. Nobody can climb one's own shoulder. Everybody climbs on the other's shoulders. Means that independent. So Nakopi Atmanaha Skandham Avarohati. Nobody can climb one's own skandham. So here you observe that Vishnu Prishtamasi. The entire earth is Vishnu Bhumi. Even today you remember in the Sankalpam, you say that Dandakaranye, Ramakshetre, Dandakaranye, whatever be the names of places and all that, whoever be the ruler, the current ruler, but we always acknowledge, because whenever we do some religious worship, we say Subhe Sobhane Muhurte, we begin like that. Adya Rama Bauddhavatare Kali Yuge. So you come to Bauddhavatara count and Kali Yuga, Kali time, and before that Ramakshetre and Ramakshetra. And however civilization, however culture, etc. take place, but we are all in Dandakaranya, a place where Rama has made all his achievements. When the final achievement was when he crossed Dandakaranya, which was divided by the ocean, when he went to Lanka, Ceylon, there only Ravana was there. So the ultimate victory for Rama after crossing the Aranya, and he went into a very highly cultured city like Lanka, and he never went into Lanka, of course, That's why he asked Anjaneya and Vali to go and coronate Vibhishana, make him Lankadhipati. After all war, he never went to city at all because his brother also lived in a village. Therefore, here we have got that kind of expression that Vishnu Prishtamasi Vishnu, and also Sraptra. Sraptra means the lips. So the lips are very important, labials. So lips means the face where you have got all the pronunciation out, the sounds come out. Sraptre stho and Vishyu Dhruvam Vaishtavamasi. So you see, you are the, there are so many ways of interpreting. Some say that it's a bones, and then Syu means actually the needle. And so it is called, Syu means they take it as a needle, and Rasmi also they take it as the threads. So whatever that links all people is called Sandhana, it makes, it is all these things are included. Syurasi, Vishnomasi, and Vaishnavam means everything belonging to Vishnu. Vishnu Mayam Jagatu is a later concept. The entire world is filled with the Vishnu, and therefore also we think everything is Vishnu Maya. So Vishnu Maya is really powerful, and because of that. Now let us go to the next verse. I hope you understood it. Let us not spend more time. Tadasya priyama bhipatho asyam naro yatra devayavo madanti. Seshachalaya, please repeat one time. Tadasya. Yaro repeat mari, Satyasri or anybody? Tadasya priyama bhipatho asyam.
Tadasya priyama bhipatho asyam.
Naro yatra devayavo madanti.
Naro yatra devayavo madanti.
Urukramasya sahi bandhuritha.
Urukramasya sahi bandhuritha.
Vishnu pade parame.
Vishnu pade parame.
Madhva utsaha.
Utsaha.
Madhva utsaha.
Madhva utsaha.
So this is the aspiration. Utsaha means the aspiration. What should be the aspiration for us in life ultimately is to go to the place which is the spiritual goal for all meditators, upasakas. So that is called Vishnu Pada, and Vishnu Aikya. That's what is our goal. That's why on Vaikuntha Ekadasi day, there will be large queue of people, right from morning 3 o'clock up to night. Because we believe that at least once in a way we should have some spare time to go to Vaikuntha, a place where there is no Kuntha at all. Kuntha is break. Kuntha is all kinds of negativity. So all that negativity we have to cross over, get on to the positivity, and that's why it is what? Because you see, yasya tadasya dhama. See, his dhama is priyam, is so sweet, is so enjoyable, is so lovable. So priyam asya dhama and abhipatho asyam. So our meditation, our puja and all our activity must give us pathway. Pathaha is to have that spiritual movement towards the area where Mahavishnu stays. Patho asyam. You see, I just remember one point in Bhagavatam, in Narayaniyam also, Bhattadri said, when that Hiranyaksha stole the earth, actually Manu was given that job of creating people. He went on creating people and all that. At one stage, Manu realized that the land was stolen. There was no place to keep his creation, and it was only water. Then suddenly he realized that he can no more create people. He got arrested of that. So he immediately rushed to Brahmadeva and said, the earth has been stolen away. Where is the place for me to place? All rooms gone. See, in America, there is a furniture shop is called Rooms to Go. Then once you buy a furniture, the free room in our house gone. No more you can find, is it not? So the best way is rooms to go. That's what furniture shop in New York I saw. That means you buy one sofa, or you buy one big table. The space in your house is done. Like that, the rooms to go. Here also we have this. Then again Varaha Avatara came, and Hiranyaksha, he just went. He was informed that Bhumi is there in the Patala Loka, and the Varaha Avatara, the height was so great, and he just walked inside the ocean and took the earth up into his hand, and then was walking. Then Narada went and told Hiranyaksha, hey, look, the earth you brought to your Loka has been stolen by one Varaha, one pig. So you go after and see that your earth can be brought back. Then Hiranyaksha, he came out with great speed and looked from distance and said, oh, it was an animal going. He didn't observe that Bhumi is being stolen or held in his hand. He thought it was only animal, Varaha, a pig was going on, so it doesn't matter. So he just again went back and sat in his throne. At that time, again Narada goes, hey, what have you done? No, I went there, but it was an animal. It was not Mahavishnu. I saw who has taken that away. So it was animal, so I don't bother. No, Mahavishnu came in the form of Amara. No, it won't fight. Then he goes and the fight takes place. And then Hiranyaksha was put down. And at that time, before he starts fight with Hiranyaksha, he places safe the earth which he has taken over, uplifted on his horn and fought and destroyed that Hiranyaksha and so on. So to say that, why I remember it is that it was a problem to protect the land, to sustain the land, to stabilize the land, because land is the only source or adhara for all people to be there. That's why asya patho asyam. And again, naro yatra devayavo madanti. So after going to which place, devayavaha naraha. See, nara, all human beings. They are having different kinds of things. For example, man could be a sattva guna sampanna, man could be rajoguna sampanna, man could be tamoguna sampanna. But what you cultivate depends upon number of factors. For example, Krishna in the 17th chapter tells us that if you have sattva ahara, you become a sattva guna sampanna. And rajoguna and tamasaguna. If tamasaguna means rakshasas, that is you allow negativity more than the positivity. Like that. Here, devayavaha, naraha devayavaha. That is all human beings who want to reach up the Godhead. Because man and God, they are in places. A man can become a God and God can become a man depending upon the purposes. Therefore, devayavo vadanti means enjoy. So the place after reaching which they are all humans will enjoy. And urukramasya sahi bandhuritha. Bandhu and explanations are the meaning of Vishnu stabilizing the world and scaling the measure, and all that means that it is meant for all elevated beings to continue enjoying it. Therefore, bandhu, the word bandhu in Vedas quite often used, more so in the Brahmanas. Bandhu means connection. So whatever connection he wants to establish, then they will say Bandhuritha is a proverbial Vedic statement where the connection is being indicated. So Bandhuri Purukramasya Bandhu. That means if you want to connect with Paramatma, this is the way how you can, that is Devayavaha Naraha. So Devayavaha Naraha means the Naras have got not be contented with the mundane pleasures. All pleasures upon the ground are temporary. How long you enjoy everything that you love, enjoy for a minute. That's why Bhasa has written a beautiful one-act play by name Karnabhara. I'm just introducing to that. You can just Google that Karnabhara. There, that he as a Brahmin, that Surya Bhagavan goes to Karna to beg something. Then Karna has got that kind of capacity, Dana Veera Sura Karna. So nobody can defeat him in Dana Buddhi. So ultimately, even Karna offered cows, country, buildings, and so many, everything one by one he was offering. Then for all that he was offered by Karna Maharaja, he said, Kshanam Anubhavami. Anything he offered, yes, if I take it, how long I enjoy that? Kshanam. So any luxurious or any even thing that I get as a boon, as a gift from you, I enjoy only for a time being, not long time. Then Karna got vexed actually. You should listen to that Bhasa play and ask what else you want ultimately. You deny any and everything that I am asking you, then what do you want? Then he says, I want Karna, the Sahaja Kavacha Kundalas that you are having. And then he said, yes, I'll give it. So he removed them and gave it to him. Why Karna was Sahasra Kavacha in his previous birth? He had 1,000 Kavacha, inbuilt Kavachas. A Rakshasa he was. Kavacha Rakshasa, 999 Kavachas of that fellow. And only one more Kavacha could not be removed and it became remnant in him. And with that Kavacha Kundalas, as a son of Surya Bhagavan, he was born. So that Indra went as, I'm sorry, it's Indra who went for that. So Indra went to protect his son Arjuna. So that one more. So Krishna and Arjuna were there to see that Sahasra Kavacha Rakshasa is completely done for. Anyway, I remember that Bhagavatam's later on story, Devayavo Madanti and Urukramasya Bandhuritha. And where is the Vishnu Pade Parame? Parame Pade Vishnoho. Parama means beyond that there is no loka at all. Among all lokas, the Vishnu loka is the highest loka. But even that highest loka has been transcended by Dhruva. And in Bhagavatam, when Lakshmi and Narayana are there, Dhruva was after all that, after leaving his body, he was going above, up, and he crossed all the lokas. And he was also even crossing that Vishnu loka too. Then Lakshmi got doubted. What, sir? You are keeping quiet. Our loka is the top loka. And why is going beyond our loka? How are you tolerating? Then Vishnu pacifies and answers Lakshmi, yes, this Dhruva is unique, the bhakta of us. I have granted him that boon. So he will have a different loka, Dhruva loka, and he becomes a nakshatra, Dhruva nakshatra, etc. So he talks about the importance. That is to say that Vishnu is such that he can admit his bhaktas when he is completely satisfied to go even beyond him. And he will be, and all those who go beyond him also will remain subservient to him. That's why in In Bhagavad Gita, you see Arjuna telling, Sishyasteham Shadhimam Prapannam. So when Vishnu, even though Krishna showed him the Vishwarupa Darsanam in that 11th chapter, Arjuna continued to be a student and executed the duty assigned by Krishna. Ultimately he said, no, Nashto Moha Smurtir Labdha. So the Naranarayanas have worked so hard to extinguish powerful persons in the time. So Vishnu Pade Madhva Utsaha Parame. So we always enjoy the highest bliss or the highest ecstasy of joy when once you reach the Vishnu Loka. And that's what we call moksham. That's what we call nirvanam. See, Lalita Parameswari is eligible to us, to Shakti Rupini, eligible to grant us the Nirvana Sukha. So in Lalita Sahasranamam, you come across the name as Nirvana Sukhadayini. She is Nirvana Sukhadayini means she is able to feel the experience of your stay in that Nirvana Loka or in the Vishnu Loka. We may be in comfort, but we should have the health to enjoy the comfort, is it not? Or those people who are having sugar in the body, they cannot expect any sugar outside. It's a nuisance. You offer a number of sweets to the sugar patients. Oh God, no, 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 no. And similarly, those people who have got salt in their body more, they cannot accept salt from outside. See, the salt inside, the salt outside. If that's why, but when you have no salt, no sugar problem, you can enjoy all that. That's exactly what is called as Nirvana Sukha. Nirvana Sukhadayini means that you will be absolutely ready to accept all comforts that are assigned to you in that loka. So here also, Parame Madhva. Madhva could be interpreted in a number of ways. Adhva is Madhu. Adhva is Marga. So the Marga, the spiritual pathway, is always very much sweet. And that is a sweet way whereat you can always make a journey. And so Utsaha means aspirant. We can aspire to go and enjoy our life in that. So it's a beautiful expression. I hope you are following the communication that we have got, and there are a number of commentaries also. I am trying to tell you just physical verbal communication, so that whenever you read the sloka, what I am going to look at. And Vishnu is a Paramadevata, is a Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And he is a Vasudeva, he is Jagannatha, he is Narayana, etc. And ultimately what is that? Madhva. So all that should be Madhu for us. Should be enjoyable. What is really enjoyable is Madhu. Madhu Vatarutayate, Madhu Charanti Sindhavaha, Madhvihi Gavaha. And like that, we have 3 mantras. Gayatri meter in Rigveda, that the seasons turn sweet and the winds turn sweet, the river water turns sweet, and the entire nature turns sweet. So we could be sweet. So we can be sweetness, all that, because what is sweet is enjoyable. So that enjoyable time. So Madhva Utsaha. We just recite this sloka and stop for next one. Please repeat. Pratadvishnuhu stavate.
Pratadvishnu stavate.
Viryaya mrugona bhimaha.
Viryaya mrugona bhimaha.
Kucharo girishtaha.
Kucharo girishtaha.
यस्योरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेषु
यस्योरुषु त्रिषु विक्रमणेषु
अधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा
अधिक्षियन्ति भुवनानि विश्वा
परो मात्रया तनुवावृधाना
परो मात्राय तनुवा वृधाना
परो मात्रया तनुवा वृधाना
परो मात्रया तनुवा वृधाना.
I hope you understood why I repeat.
Yeah.
So if mistake comes, I repeat. So you cast matraya, not matraya. Nate mahitvam.
Nate mahitvam.
Anvasruvanti.
Anvashruvanti.
Ubhete vidmarachasi.
Ubhete vidmarachasi.
Prithivya Vishno.
Prithivya Vishno.
Devatvam.
Devatvam.
Paramasya vitse.
Paramasya vitse.
So here you compare, Vishnu is compared to Kucharo, Girishtaha, Bhimaha. So Mrugaha, this is what is compared. So in Rigveda, Vishnu is compared to a lion. And in Yajurveda, in Rudram, you come across Shiva also is compared to a Rudra. Mruga. That is Simham. So Vishnu and Shiva, both are lion. Among the animals, there is no comparison at all for the lion's virya. Lion is the top animal. And where the lion will be moving? Kucharaha. Ku means land, mountains. Chara is movement. So animals move in the, Simha moves in the mountains and lives in the mountain caves. And that's why a lion is called a Girishta. Giri is strong. Shtha is living in the mountains. So Vishnu is like the terrifying, terrible, strong, moving animal, the lion, staying in the mountains. And that much strength and vikramatva, like lion can jump, however it is, and cause the injury and win the battle. That's why Simha Swapna, generally it is said, elephants never lie down to sleep. They sleep when they are standing only, because it's called Simha Swapna, which they get the Simha in their dream itself, they die. That's why the lion jump, the lion's catch, and the lion's grab is simply unfailing. So also Vishnu here, Kucharo, Girishtaha, Mrugaha, Na. Na means comparable. Na is Upamalankara. So, and that kind of Vishnu, what we can do? Stavate. We only bow down our head. Because the amount of work, the amount of quality, improvement, and all excellence that these gods have got, we cannot give any gift. We cannot redeem them or show our gratitude in like Anjaneya and Rama. What Anjaneya Rama, he just gave a hug for. Therefore, in the world, we all know that Ramanjaneya. So Rama is Anjaneya and Anjaneya is Rama. And why here also Vishnu is all in all, and he has been prized like that. I think we stop here and we'll be knowing more and more about the Vishnu personality. Other than that, we find in the other Vishnu Sahasranama, and moreover Vishnu Sahasranama you recite for Shanti. You remember? Shanti Arthe Vijayate. The entire Mahabharata is Shanti Rasa, and entire Mahabharata is Moksha Shastra. So Moksha, Shanti, and all these things when we want, we have to remember Vishnu. In fact, when Krishna took his nephews to Bhishma on Ampasaya, almost ready to leave the body, and Krishna told, you are a great administrator, you know everything. So these 5 boys are going to be the rulers. So give them, in brief, description of the political administration and other things. Then Bhishma said, what I can tell Krishna, you are there with, no. What I should do, I have done it in Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata war. But now the war is over. You teach them something peaceful thing.